Hello everybody, in this tutorial I'm going to show you very quickly how to get into Discovery Education and start browsing some streaming video. To get started, what you're going to want to do is go to discoveryeducation.com, and when you get to the site it's going to look like this. So you're going to go in, you already have a login that's been created for you. Some of you might have done this in the past, some of you might be brand new to it. So you do have an account set up through the district. So if you don't remember how to log in, you can always use the forgot username and password. Or if you believe you don't have an account, let me know and I can help you access that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in and I'm going to enter in my information. I have a sample teacher account here that I created. And then I'm going to click login. Now, when you first get into this, some of it, if you haven't been in a while, they did change it. They did add something called Streaming Plus. If you don't like this look, you can go down and just click on My DE here for Discovery Ed, and it will take you back to that more traditional view. But I'm going to just go back to Streaming Plus because I really like this interface. What you're going to want to do is select your grade up here across the top. Right now, I'm just going to click on 6 through 8. And then I could go in and select which topic, and I could click on this arrow here to show a couple more. So I'm just going to select science. And it's going to break down a bunch of different categories for me. And I'm going to go down to physical science. And then it breaks that down even further, and it tells me how many different videos they have in that section. So I'm going to click on forces. It shows that there's 725 videos. And then it will load your results. You can go through and scroll down here to take a look. Each one has extra information. You'll notice here, this one says here's the video. Full video is 48 minutes and 22 seconds, but it's going to be broken down into segments. And it tells me here that there's 10 segments. If I mouse over that, it will give me access to a bunch of those. It does give a quick little description up here. And also, if there's any resources available for it, it will show those resources down here in this section. And you can see there's a lot of resources in terms of teacher guides, and they have it broken down by different grades. They also have some writing prompts. So different resources have a lot of extra neat things to it that can help save you a lot of time as a teacher. So I'm going to go down and just take a look here. Here's one, Great Discoveries with Bill Nye for physics. There is a teacher guide for it. I'm going to click on this. And that will bring me to my viewing screen here. Now I do have a lot of different options. I could either view the entire video. This one here is 44 minutes. I could also click on the share button to share the entire video with the students. The students will have to log in to view these videos, and that's okay. We created accounts for them, and we can share additional information on that if you want it. But I could go down, and if I want to view just one of these, say I want to select electromagnetism, I could click on that. And that video will show up over here, and I could just click on here to start playing it. Now I do have some options if I want to download this. Now there really isn't a whole lot of a need to download the video. The only reason you'd want to do that is if you want to make sure this is for offline viewing and you want to show the kids and you're concerned about your internet access. But if I want to download it, I just go up here and click on download. And it will show me all the different segments. Right now it shows which one I had selected that I was playing. And I could download it just by clicking on this. Now I can change the format if I want to up here in this section, and I can use this H.264, and that's more for if you're using a Mac. If you're using Windows machines, you can use this here, and then I could click save to save those changes. If I want to download the entire video, the 44-minute video, I just click here. Now again, I can also go in and click on materials. And all the materials that were listed when I showed you before, they will show up here. I could click to view those or download them. I can also pull up a transcript, and it goes through and it breaks it down by the time and what is being said at that moment. Now there is a closed caption section that you can choose if you have students that you need for accessibility to show closed caption. I could also click on the streaming settings to change some formats regarding it, and here's the section that I could click on to make it go full screen. Here's a nice section on details. With the details, it will give you citations, and depending on which format you're using, you can just click on those. When I go down to my videos here, I could click on this plus sign, and that will bookmark it for me. It adds it to something that's called my quick list that I can go back later. So the great thing about this is I could be going through looking at videos, say, hey, this one looks really good. I'm just going to click on this. It adds it to your quick list. You can go back later and sort through all the ones that you've saved. Or I could click on this little arrow here. And when I click on that arrow, I could click on share. And it will bring up the copy link that I can use. I could also choose to use a bunch of different types of social media for sharing it, but I'm just going to click on this link because I might want to save that, put it in a Word document to use it for later. So that's Discovery Education. That's how easy it is to get in to use it. Please spend some time, play around with it, and let me know if you have any questions.